Chapter 3. The Shot. The field wasn't far from the house. Mother could always see it from the kitchen window. The son had learned from his father how to deal with the crows. First, you drive out into the field with the tractor and the seed drill. Then the crows come on their own, eager for their share of the grain. They follow the tractor, close behind, focused entirely on the search for food. Sometimes the gulls show up too. But the crows were his favorite. When they flew low behind the seed drill, they let their guard down. That's when you jumped out of the tractor and fired. Shotgun pellets were best for that. But they were too boring. The boy had his own method, one that made the game more interesting. For him and for the crows. No buckshot. He used bullets. He aimed with a scope. At their heads. That way, they still had a chance, if they were fast enough. And when he hit one, it felt like triumph. His father had scolded him for it. His sister had screamed at him. But that had only happened because he once brought home a headless crow, just to scare her. It worked. Loudly. His father had forbidden him to ever pull a stunt like that again. But out here, in the field, he was alone. And out here, he could do whatever he wanted. He drove the tractor along the path through the birch woods. A wind picked up. One glance upward told him the sky was darkening fast. Better hurry, get the seed into the ground before the rain hits. He pressed the throttle, and the tractor rumbled along the country road. The seed drill, full and heavy, weighed down the hydraulic mount. The counterweights were in place at the front, but even so, when he'd accelerated, the front wheels had lifted slightly. He'd have to watch that. Finally, the field came into view. From here, he could see the farm in the distance. His mother was probably standing at the kitchen window again, watching him. She always did when he was out with the tractor. Maybe it was a mother thing, wanting to keep her eyes on him, just in case. Not that much could happen in a tractor. Still, she always looked. Just in case. The wind grew stronger. The clouds that had begun their approach behind the hill were now looming, dark and fast. The air turned thick, heavy with moisture. And the westering sun cast a strange, yellow glow through the haze. Sweat beaded on his forehead inside the cab. "Looks like it's starting," he muttered. "Well then, let's get to it." He stopped the tractor at the edge of the field. Time to load the rifle. His father's voice echoed in his head, never ride around with a loaded, off-safety weapon. Especially not on rough ground. So he made sure the safety was still on. He'd practiced the routine until it was muscle memory. Stop the tractor. Grab the gun. Jump out. Shoulder it. Flick the safety. Aim. Fire. He turned back to the windshield and eased forward, toward the furrowed soil he had harrowed yesterday. While driving, he slowly opened the door on the field-facing side, ready for a quick exit. About 30 meters in, the crows arrived. Just as expected. They dove straight for the furrows, right where he'd sown the grain. From farther off, a few gulls appeared as well. He knew this flock of crows. His father had cursed them for years, shaking his fist at the sky whenever they flew over the farm. They weren't just destructive in the garden and the fields. They were loud. That endless, raspy squawking. And then the mess. Under the trees where they roosted, it always looked like the floor of a henhouse. Filthy. Unhygienic. Today, the son had resolved to thin their numbers once again. And he was sure he would succeed. Crows are dumb, he thought. When they're feeding, they don't pay attention. He glanced in the rearview mirror. They are not all here yet. I'll wait a little longer. The diesel engine purred steadily, pushing the tractor across the field. The boy could tell the machine wasn't working nearly as hard as it did when plowing. But he still liked the task. The cloud front had advanced quickly. It now loomed, huge and dark, right above the field. He wanted at least one crow before the rain came. He stopped. Pulled the handbrake. Left the engine running. He took the rifle, climbed out of the cab in a smooth motion. Feet on the ground. Safety off. Scope to eye. He peered into the flock. Stay calm. Breathe steady. There. A crow's head appeared in the scope, sharp, large, in perfect detail. He could see the eye. Unlike the others, pecking and fluttering in frantic motion, this one looked at him, still. Clear. As if to say, well? Go ahead. I dare you. The son pulled the trigger with his right index finger. And just a split second before the shot rang out, he heard it, that strange, crisp crackle.